Welcome back to our channel, everyone. We've just received information about a special actor who will be appearing in GH. As someone who has followed every twist and turn in this town since the early days, I remember Serena as that bright young girl who brought so much heart to the Baldwin family. Seeing her return with a new face in Kelly Kruger feels like the show is breathing fresh life into a beloved character while staying true to its roots. I started watching when Scott was still causing all kinds of trouble, and Lucy was the ultimate schemer. Now, with Serena stepping back into the spotlight, it feels like the pieces of a long-running puzzle are finally clicking together again. What really stands out to me is how perfectly timed this return is. According to reliable sources like TV Insider, Kelly Kruger began filming her scenes on June 8th, and her first appearances are expected in July 2026. That is not just a quick cameo. This is a full comeback that promises to shake up everything. I have always believed that the Baldwin family needed more focus, and bringing Serena back gives them exactly that. She is not the same innocent teenager we once knew. From what the early reports suggest, Serena is ready to take on a stronger role and even gain new control over some of the family matters that have been lingering for years. That idea excites me because I have often felt the Baldwins were pushed aside in favor of newer families. Now Serena can step in and remind everyone why this family has always been at the heart of Port Charles. Of course, one of the most intriguing parts is her connection to Cody. They share the same mother, which makes them half-siblings, and I cannot wait to see how that relationship unfolds on screen. I have watched Cody navigate his own complicated life in town, and adding Serena into the mix is going to create some powerful moments. Imagine the two of them sitting down for the first time as adults, talking about their shared past and the mother they both lost too soon. I think this will lead to some emotional explosions in the story, the kind that General Hospital does so well. Will they become close allies? Or will old family secrets drive a wedge between them? I suspect they will support each other at first, but knowing how this show works, some new shock will test that bond quickly. That kind of tension keeps me coming back every day. I also appreciate how the show is handling the family history here. Serena's biological parents, Scott and Dominique, are no longer with us in the story, but Lucy played such an important part as her surrogate and later mother figure. Bringing that layer back feels respectful to longtime viewers like me. I remember watching those pregnancy and custody stories back in the day, and they were some of the most memorable arcs. Now Serena returning gives Lucy a chance to reconnect too, and I hope we see some heartfelt scenes between them. It is these family ties that make General Hospital feel like home after all these decades. Kelly Kruger is a wonderful choice for this role. I have seen her work on other daytime shows, and she brings a warmth and strength that I think Serena needs now. After all these years of only hearing Serena's name mentioned in passing, having her physically back on screen is going to feel so satisfying. I have read that Kelly and her former husband Darren have handled their personal changes with grace and continue to co-parent their children. That kind of maturity makes me respect her even more as she takes on this exciting new chapter in her career. It is always nice when talented actors return to the daytime world we love so much. One thing I have been thinking about a lot is how Serena's return might affect the bigger picture in Port Charles. There are new troubles brewing, and some fresh shocks seem to be coming directly from her storylines. Could this be tied to old Baldwin family secrets finally coming to light? I have my own little theory that Serena might uncover something about her mother's past that changes how everyone sees the family. It would not be the first time the show surprised us with hidden truths, and I would love to see that happen here. It gives Serena real agency and lets her drive the plot instead of just reacting to it. That is the kind of strong female character I have always cheered for on this show. Will Serena's arrival create conflict with other longtime residents? I think the answer is yes, and that is what makes it so thrilling. Port Charles has grown more complicated over the years, and a determined woman like Serena is bound to stir things up. Maybe she will challenge some of the power dynamics that have settled in town. I can already picture her having meaningful conversations with old friends and new faces alike. Those interactions are what keep the show feeling alive and relevant, even after all this time. As a viewer who has seen so many cycles of love, loss, and redemption, I believe this return is exactly what General Hospital needs right now. It reminds us that the past is never truly gone. It comes back sometimes with a new face, but carrying the same heart that made us fall in love with the show in the first place. I am counting the days until July when we can finally welcome Serena home. The early filming reports suggest big things are happening, and I trust the writers to deliver stories that honor the history while moving forward boldly. There is something comforting about knowing that even after decades, the show still finds ways to surprise and delight us. Serena, reconnecting with Cody, could open up beautiful brother-sister moments that we have never seen before. At the same time, the new control she seems poised to take in family matters might lead to some difficult but necessary confrontations. I am here for all of it. The shocks, the tears, the triumphs, everything that makes daytime television so special. If you have been watching as long as I have, you know that these returns are never simple. They ripple outward and touch every corner of the canvas. That is why I am so optimistic about what is coming. Serena is not just coming back. She is coming back ready to make her mark, and I cannot wait to see what kind of mark that will be. The summer of 2026 is shaping up to be one of the most memorable in recent years, and I plan to savor every episode. My advice to fellow longtime fans is simple. Clear your schedules and get ready for some heartfelt drama. Serena's story is going to remind us why we have stayed loyal to General Hospital through thick and thin. It celebrates family, reveals hidden truths, and delivers those emotional punches we secretly crave. I am already imagining the scenes between Serena and Cody, wondering how their shared history will influence their futures. Whatever happens, I know it will be worth watching. This comeback feels personal to me. It connects the dots between the Port Charles I fell in love with years ago and the one we see today. Kelly Kruger stepping into Serena's shoes is a bridge between generations of storytelling, and I think she is going to do a beautiful job. I have full confidence that the writers will give her material worthy of the character's legacy while allowing her to grow in exciting new directions. What excites me most is how this ties directly into Serena's return. I remember Serena as that spirited young girl who carried so much love and complication in her story. Now, with Kelly Kruger stepping into the role and filming since early June, we are about to see Serena arrive in July with new strength and purpose. Kin's hints about Scott make me believe the father and daughter reunion will be at the center of some powerful moments. I have often thought the Baldwin family deserved more attention in recent years, and this development proves the writers are listening. Scott returning while Serena reclaims her place feels like the perfect way to honor the family's rich history while moving it forward in surprising directions. One thing I have always appreciated about General Hospital is how it weaves family bonds with unexpected twists. Serena and Cody sharing the same mother creates such a meaningful half-sibling connection that has barely been explored. With Scott's possible return, I can already imagine emotional scenes where the three of them confront their shared past. Will Scott offer fatherly wisdom, or will his old ways create new tension? I suspect it will be a mix of both, leading to some heartfelt conversations and a few shocks along the way. That kind of layered storytelling is what keeps me tuning in day after day, even after all these years. It feels different from the original plots because Serena now seems ready to take more control in family matters rather than simply reacting to events around her. I have my own little theory about what these new adjustments might mean. Perhaps Scott's return will uncover long-buried secrets about Dominique and the early days of Serena's life. Lucy, who was such a devoted surrogate and mother figure, could find herself pulled back into the fold, too. These connections are what make the show feel like an old friend. Kin's clues suggest the Baldwin stories are being refreshed in a way that respects our memories while delivering modern drama. I love that. It shows the show still values its legacy viewers while inviting newer audiences to care about these characters. Of course, any return like this brings questions. How will Serena's presence affect Cody's current life in town? Will father and daughter clash over past choices, or will they find common ground? I believe the early signs point to beautiful growth mixed with necessary conflict. The new shocks mentioned in the updates feel exciting rather than overwhelming because they center on family, the very heart of General Hospital. I have seen many cycles of redemption on this show, and Scott has always had a way of surprising us with his capacity for change. Pairing that with Serena's renewed strength creates a dynamic that feels fresh and full of possibility. Kelly Kruger's casting continues to impress me. She brings warmth and resilience that suit an adult Serena perfectly. Knowing she is already filming makes the wait for July feel shorter. As a senior fan who has watched actors come and go, I respect how she is stepping into this role with clear respect for its history. Her personal grace off-screen only makes me root for her more on-screen. Combined with Kin's hints about Scott, this feels like a real renaissance for the Baldwins. I keep thinking about how these stories will touch other parts of Port Charles. A strong Serena gaining more influence in family affairs could challenge old dynamics and create alliances we never expected. That kind of ripple effect is what makes the show addictive. Will there be tears? Absolutely. Laughter and warmth too, I hope. The beauty of General Hospital has always been its balance of drama and humanity, and this Baldwin focus seems poised to deliver exactly that. After all these decades, I remain optimistic because the show continues to find ways to surprise and comfort us. Scott's hinted return, Serena's comeback, and the new family shocks prove that Port Charles still has plenty of heart and story left to tell. I am counting the days until we see these characters together again, navigating their complicated love and loyalties. It reminds me why I have stayed loyal through every era. The Baldwins are not just returning, they are returning stronger, and I cannot wait to watch every moment unfold.